Hey guys, Brady here, and I just saw Spider-Man: Homecoming. So this is the, I guess, third attempt at making a Spider-Man movie, and yeah, this was actually a good one. Um, they actually took a semi-teenage kid to play Spider-Man this time instead of like some 30-something-year-old. They got Tom Holland, who is 21 right now, but I guarantee he was like 18 or 19 when filming this movie and when he got the part. So that's and he even looks the part as Peter Parker. So why the hell not? So yeah, so Spider-Man: Homecoming takes place after the events of Civil War. It takes right after Civil War, like maybe like a day or two later, um, after the airport scene, and so this pretty much starts about Peter Parker. He gets the suit from Iron Man, as you know, and Iron Man doesn't think he's ready, and he has like all these like safety things, safety locks on the suit and stuff like that, and doesn't really trust Peter Parker, and so yeah, it's pretty much you're pretty much seeing like, and there's also a prom go on in the midst of this. Uh, you see Spider-Man stop crime and stuff like that, and as you've seen like the TV spots where he's sitting on top, where he's just talking to Happy while eating a churro. It's typical random stuff. Um, I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. I wasn't blown away by the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought it was okay, and I liked the Amazing Spider-Man. My only problem with the Amazing Spider-Man was the villain. I thought that the lizard looked the character design for Lizard was terrible. He looked like a Goomba from the Super Mario Brothers movie, uh, and I enjoyed Spider-Man, and I really liked Spider-Man 2. Um, I think this is probably a little bit better than Spider-Man 2. Um, for a few reasons, I thought the comedy was great, the action was really good. There was so much like about this movie. I don't like. I honestly don't see how this movie would get any lower than like a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. If it gets any lower than that, I'd be like, what? That's ridiculous. This is definitely one of Marvel's best standalone movies. I guess this is probably the best one since uh, Winter Soldier. I couldn't think of the name. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Um, I had a lot of fun with this movie. Uh, what's it called? People are complaining that Tony Stark may be like overriding his character in this movie. He's not in it much. He probably has like maybe like two or three scenes in this movie. Not sure if that's a spoiler or not. He's not in it as much as you see him in the trailer. In the trailer, they show him like a lot, but he's not really in the movie that much. So take a breather on that one. I thought Vulture was a pretty compelling villain. I think he's one of the best villains in the cinematic universe. Um, like I don't get why people don't like the villains in the cinematic universe. They yeah they weren't like great villains, but for me, there's the last few villains they've had, like the one from Doctor Strange. I like that villain, and then Loki, of course, and Vulture. I liked Vulture in this movie. He was a great villain. Um, there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie. Uh, there are some stuff in the trailer that I wish they didn't show. There are some tough stuff in the TV spot that I wish they didn't show. You saw the TV spot, you might already know what I'm talking about. But we're not gonna blame the marketing on on how they spoil it. We're not gonna be like, oh, I'm degrading this because the marketing showed this big reveal in the trailer. Whatever. Um, no degrading because of that. It's not Spider-Man: Homecoming's fault. It's whoever marketed the movie's fault for spoiling such big plot details. Um, but yeah, and his friend in this movie, I think his name's like Ned or something like that. He is great. Like all his lines were great. He's pretty much like what's his face from Kim Possible in this movie. Um, Forgot his name. Yeah, he pretty much plays that character from Kim Possible. If you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes out uh, on next Friday. But yeah, I don't really want to go into detail about this movie, but it's probably one of the Marvel's funniest movies since Guardians of the Galaxy. No, Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy. The quips are great. They don't feel forced like they did in the Avengers: Age of Ultron. They all landed. They just weren't really retarded ones. Like, who's playing hide the zucchini? Or he beat me by 1 second. They're not retarded quips like that. They're actually clever, funny quips. Most of them by Peter Parker. Um, so I'm gonna give Spider-Man: Homecoming 5 stars out of 5. Definitely, probably one of the best superhero movies of the year. I think it's just a tiny bit better than Wonder Woman. I don't want to overhype this movie. I'm probably not gonna get any views on this video because, let's face it, the last couple of videos that I've had, I only gotten like 20 views. So probably not really overhyping anyone. Although this does come out a week and a half. This movie does come out in a week and a half, so I'm probably gonna get like a couple hundred views anyway. Whatever. So leave your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think if you guys were lucky enough to see an advanced screening of this movie. Oh, and stay tuned for the end credits. There's one serious one, and then as always there's one comedic one like they did for the last couple of movies. Um so yes. That is all. 5 stars out of 5.